Just to clarify the name, India November Delta Yankee, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
My name is Ray, Romeo Alpha Echo. Back to you. Oh, sorry, you're also 5 and 7 coming in here.
Yeah, good day, Ray. I don't know where you are. You might have mentioned it earlier. I was sort of doing something else while I was fiddling about here. But, and trying to half listen to Phil as well. But you're a good signal, good clear audio, all of that lovely stuff. Don't know what sort of radio and that you're using. I'm using a Yaesu FTDX 101 MP and an off-sender fed dipole cut for 80, and which allows me to use this band as well. Occasionally have to use a coupler, which is what I had to do a minute ago. I'd have been probably better off taking the coupler out of line altogether, but anyway. People call them a tuner. They don't tune anything. All they do is make the radio think it's happy. Anyway, good signal from you there, Ray. And now I've got to jot down your call sign because I've had a brain snap and forgotten it. But I'm sure you know who you are. This is VK2 X-Ray Bravo.
VK2 X-Ray Bravo, this is VK2 GPU, Victor Kilo 2 Golf Papa uniform. Do you copy that?
Yep. Yeah, I had to madly rush out and get a pen because the first pen I pulled out of my pocket wouldn't work. I'm having a good trot here. Anyway, Ray, good signal from you, as I said. And where are you, Ray?
I'm located in Jubilee Park in Sydney at the moment, running a 40-meter doublet fed with ladder line into an MFJ tuner, or coupler as you say it. I mean, a dummy loads perfectly in tune with an SWR lateral, and the radio is a Jegu G90 running at 10 watts.
Gee, I tell you what, a bit impressed with the sound of that G90. I've never actually heard one before. I've seen a couple, and you know, they're not an expensive radio by any stretch of the imagination, but gee, they package a fair bit of stuff into them, and they seem to be pretty effective. What are they, 20 watts or 50 watts or something? But yeah, geez, I tell you what, for the money, they're pretty good value, aren't they?
Yeah, this is actually my second one. I managed to break my first one, so I would say that don't treat these ones as more of a consumer product. Treat them more, I mean, all radios are more of an enthusiast product, but if you're not careful when using digital modes with it, if you turn it on with the cat control plugged in, or it gets RFI into the cat control, it can brick the radio. You can normally do a reset and reflash it, but I don't know what I've done with my first one. I ended up trying to reverse engineer the firmware and bootloader on it, but I ended up just buying another one. Yeah, 20 watts output, does all the HF bands that I can actually use on my license, and it's portable and runs pretty nicely. I was very impressed with just how easy it is to use. Although someday I'll probably upgrade to like an ICOM 7100 or one of the fancier radios out there. But for now, I'll just get some QSOs and have some fun with it. Back to you.
Well, if you're actually in the park at the minute, yeah, chances are you're hurting your freezing your backside off anyway. But yeah, it sounds good. It really does. Impressed. And look, yeah, it's like with everything in life, you probably get for what get what you pay for. But honestly, you can buy about 10 or 12 of those for the cost of one of these. So who's smarter, you or me? I'll tell you, I reckon you're smarter than me.
And the advantage is, like, once I get my license upgraded, I'm hoping to get my advanced later this year. This covers me for that extra 10 watts up to 20 watts, and they even sells an XPA amplifier for 100 watts, I believe, and I've heard pretty good reviews of that as well. Like, I am quite impressed, so I'm not in any hurry to upgrade. I'd actually rather get myself a nice little 2-watt QRP radio that does the job if going out and about, and get something a bit quicker and easier to set up. Honestly, I'd prefer to be running a random wire than the doublet when out, because I'm currently sitting hunched next to a rock. Not a comfortable setup. Back to you.
I'm probably a little bit more comfortable here at home. Although I operate almost exclusively mobile. I drive a B-double for a living, and I run the very, very baby brother of this radio in the truck with a Codan auto tuning antenna, and I've been operating for a little over 4 decades and had a ball with amateur radio, let me be honest with you. And suspect I'll probably be transmitting when the camera and the nails in the top of my box, you know what I mean? It's been a really good hobby for me. And I hope it's half as good to you as it has been to me, let me tell you. But, yeah, well, like I said, I had no concept at all what your license was, you know, the grade. And, you know, you got a call sign, you're talking to me, good enough for me. I'm not employed as a policeman, so I didn't even bother looking. But I'm reading between the lines at your foundation, so, you know, that radio is a real good little starter pack as far as I'm concerned, Ray, over.
Roger, yeah, foundation. It was actually quite funny. I was asked why I didn't just go straight into the band. I was just as hard as I could to just get it, because I just wanted to smash through and just get my license. And but I decided to sit foundation just to guarantee it. I didn't start pursuing getting my license until the last year, when I started meeting some other people like online who were into it, who do some cool stuff with radio. Sort of what got me into it was sort of listening to the better images and upgrading to pulling images off GK2A, which requires a 1.6 gigahertz dish, so had a lot of RX fun before I got into making QSOs.
Yeah, I've got to be telling you though, this time of year, you can't pay me enough money to go and do what you're doing right now in the middle of a park. I have no idea where Jubilee Park is, but I'm guessing it's somewhere up on that North Shore or somewhere, and I'm too old and too used to my comfort there, Ray, over.
I get that. It is starting to cool down. I've been out most of the day. I'm just having lunch with kids as well, and then came to set up in the park. Sun's cooled down a little bit. Hoping to get a bit better propagation now. The sun's going down, but we'll see. I'm just basically going to sit until I either run out of battery or it's not too cold. It's actually quite a pleasant temperature right now. Cool breeze going. I just generally like being too warm, but it would be more comfortable in a chair at home, I tell you that. Which is why I was like, I need to get out and actually do some portable work today, because I also wanted to test this antenna out before I set it up at home. So I might have to do a few tweaks and practice setting up, because it's the first time I've managed to guy up a split pole. Back to you.
Yeah, well, it's almost a feat of engineering to do one of those too, isn't it? I'm lazy. I got a fishing rod and a bit of fishing line and threw a lead weight over a tree and just reefed a bit of wire up there. That'll do it. I keep telling people that radio is an inexact science, especially when you start playing with antennas and that. You know, read the manuals and understand the principles for sure, but, you know, the number of people I've heard that have told me that, the way way you've got your insulation in your truck, it'll never work. Okay, that's fine. Except it does, and I've worked all over the world on it. And the antennas might be too close, but you do what you got to. And then I've heard other people say, oh yeah, when you're tuning your antenna, you've got to make sure in the middle of a football field so you've got nothing nearby. And I think, oh yeah. And what happens when you do, you tune your antenna up and it's Mickey Mouse, and then you drive down the road and you go past telegraph poles, high-rise buildings, football fields, other motor vehicles, Pantechnicons. Yeah, you get the drift. They wouldn't have any impact on the tuning of the antenna, would they? You know, it's the theory is very, very good, but you need to understand that the theory is also a guideline, because you absolutely cannot take into account all the variables, particularly in a mobile installation, that you're going to encounter in your travels. And to a lesser extent, it's the same deal at home. Just put it up. If it works, beauty. If it doesn't, modify to suit. I'm pretty lackadaisical, but it works. VK2 GPU. Well, I got it right, I think I have. VK2XB.
Roger, VK2XB, that is VK2 GPU. And yeah, as I think I've heard multiple times, every antenna is a compromise. I mean, I was actually hoping to come out and test out a 5.5 meter length telescopic vertical today, but the JB Weld unfortunately didn't set on the base. I figured I'd prototype it first, check it works, but then another friend who I made a QSO with earlier on, how the radios work on it. I might do that for the next run, but I'm just aiming to get some portable antenna that I can basically throw in a backpack, carry around, and whistle without anything around me. Like, if there's no trees around, I can't really use a random wire without a switchhole. And if I don't want to set up a guy switchhole, I kind of want a vertical. I can just basically, like massive long, like a 10-meter vertical would do nicely. Load it up to 40 and just see what I can do. The compromise there is I carry less stuff around and less weight. If I have less efficiency on 40 meters, it doesn't matter as long as it does enough work.
It's about the strength of it. All right. Anyway, Ray, I've got to do some domestic chores because, as I said earlier, I'm an interstate truck driver, and I've got to go away tomorrow, and I've got no clothes to wear. So I better go and do the laundry and make sure that I do have some clothes to wear for next week. Cheers, I really enjoyed the contact, and I'll look forward to talking to you again. Incidentally, I haven't done anything with it, but our contact has been recorded on a video. I should have told you that from the start. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set levels and all of that sort of caper so that I've got a fairly, reasonable production, because eventually I'm going to be doing some live streaming of contacts on Stupid Tube or somewhere like that, in order to help promote the hobby, because the hobby's been really good to me. And there's a lot of people that got this misconception about what amateurs really are. They see them as all some sorts of Julius Sumner Miller or something like that, and really, mostly we're just ordinary people. All right, mate. Cheers. VK2 GPU from VK2 X-Ray. Bravo.
Thanks very much, VK2XB. I'll have to look you up on the YouTube and see if I can find it. All good with the video stuff. The YouTube promoting the hobby has been good to me as well, and it's a great source of knowledge for me. 73, and enjoy the rest of your day. This was VK2 GPU.
All right, mate. Yeah, well, I haven't saved it or done anything with it. It's just this one is just going straight to the hard disk. And if when I review it, it looks like it's going to be half decent, I'll put it up with your permission.
Absolutely. You can put it up if you like. I am all good with that.
All right, mate. Cheers for now from VK2 X-Ray Bravo.
73, VK2 GPU.
Oh, I think that's you in Dubbo, Phil, is it?
Well, that's just sources down in my front change off. Is it any better? Did you talk?
Whatever you did just then it was considerably better. It's still not 100%, but it's considerably better.
Thanks for that. 30 to 40 over 97.
Righto, mate. Thanks for that. Yeah, there's probably nothing wrong with the signal strength from you. It's just the audio is totally messed up, mate. And it just sounds like it's overdriving so hard that it's just essentially just shutting down the gain, mate. Over.
Right. Yeah, that's starting right off. Yeah, that's talking over.
If I could quickly play it back to you, I would, but I don't know how to. There is a record function with this radio that allows me to do that and then play it back, but I don't know how to draw on it. It's a lot easier if you actually know what you're dealing with, but it's the best I'm going to say is it's so furry that you sound like you got a mouthful of tennis balls. Yep.
I don't know what but anyway, so okay, 7:30 and I can't do the main oval Ray was talking about. I think that's Contra. Jubilee and oval. I think Contra. And round and mighty St. George.
Bill, about 10% of that was perfect, and the rest of it was terrible. If that helps, I'm not sure I am helping you any, but like I said, if I knew how to record and send it back to you, I would. But it'd give you something to work with. But it's I would be looking at mic gains and processes, cut them right back and start from slowly wind them up. Keep a good look at the ALC and try and keep it well and truly low. Anyway, mate, I've got to go and do things. This is VK2XP.